Welcome to Qodly, your all-in-one ticket to web business app creation. Design, test, deploy, and monitor with a sprinkle of fun. Are you still skeptical? Let's dive into an inventory management app and unleash the power of Qodly. Excitement awaits as we dive into Qodly Sandbox, your ultimate playground for tech innovation. Explore endless possibilities with our templates, offering sneak peeks of what's in store. And there's more. Unleash your creativity on a blank canvas where imagination knows no limits. As you step into Qodly Studio, your virtual tour guide will be your companion. Yet, take your time to explore, for every step is a discovery. Now let's dive into the heart of Qodly Studio, crafting a web form, your limitless canvas where components shine. Click in the grid view or explore the Explorer section. With one click on the plus icon next to Webform, you're on an exhilarating journey. And what's a masterpiece without a name? Let's call it Main, the gateway to your website's soul. A blank canvas welcomes you, but what truly sets Qodly Studio apart? The Properties panel, your design master key, loaded with endless features. Switch between standard and advanced modes, unlocking a world of CSS classes, vibrant palettes, dimensions, layouts, and style options at your fingertips. Let's dive in. Transform your web form. Play with background colors. Go big with dimensions. And set those paddings to a sleek 24 pixels. Your design, your way. Meet the Stylebox component, your design superhero. Secret sauce to effortlessly centering your content. From the component section, unlock pro tips with a simple hover and dive into in-depth documentation with just a click. Drag and drop it onto your web form. Want to level up your design game? Add 2 more style boxes guided by the trusty green line, precision, made easy. Struggling with style boxes for that perfect side menu? Guess what? Qodly Studio got your back. Meet our secret weapon, templates, your express ticket to effortless design. Dive into templates. Explore categories like page layout. Drag and drop your style, and voila. But that's not all. Explore HR, study, timesheet categories, and uncover a treasure trove in each. These templates? Your creative starting point. Jazz them up and make them uniquely yours. Now, onto the main style box. Click and watch it stretch to an epic 100% width and height. No boundaries. Margins? Who needs them? Set them to a sleek 0 pixels and add a friendly 6-pixel border radius. For your side menu, margins are so last season. Go stylish with 5% width and make it tower tall with a majestic 100% height. And for the main container, let it dominate with a whopping 95% of the view. Do you want to level up your design game with Qodly? Say hello to Breadcrumbs, your secret sauce for easy navigation. Breadcrumbs reveal the hierarchy of your components. Just follow the trail and click on any parent component's name to select it, or take the express route with the component tooltip, that purple helper. Find the Select Parent Component option, click, and boom, you're there. Now that we're in the parent component zone, let's add some flair. Change that background color to semi-transparent and watch your design pop. Struggling with box shadows? Break free from box shadow blues with Qodly Styles Library, your secret stash of pre-made CSS classes. Search for shadow and behold the theme CSS classes with their charming paint palette icons to distinguish them. Using your chosen CSS class is a breeze. Drag and drop it onto your component. Check the CSS section under the Style category to see which CSS classes affect your component. Add and remove as many as you want with a simple click. Don't forget your web form. Give it that sleek, linear gradient effect. And don't fret if the perfect CSS class doesn't exist yet. Just hit Create, and it'll appear in the contextual panel. Now, let those colors shine and transform your app. Wondering where your freshly minted CSS class goes? It's not a theme CSS class. It's a local CSS class, specific to your web form. Want to share it across your whole application? Click the share icon. It's that easy. So, how do you tell CSS classes apart? Look for the icon next to each one.
Components from elsewhere? With Qodly's magic touch, select a component and paste it in. Need another one just like it? Duplicate in a snap. Even nested components? Duplicate effortlessly, all elements intact. And guess what? Regret a change? Undo with a quick click. Qodly's effortless components each armed with its own properties customization for a smoother design journey. Just drag, drop, and fine-tune to your heart's content. Meet our star, the icon component. Your ticket to adding graphical symbols or icons to your web form. Styling? A breeze. Head to the Properties panel, change colors, resize to 24 pixels. Your design, your way. Configuring? Scroll up to the Properties category, select the icon and explore a list of options. Search by name or choose from the predefined list. Creating a dynamic side menu? It's a cinch. Add a CSS class for that hover effect and voila, luxurious green. Duplicate with ease and fill your side menu in seconds. Now switch your Stylebox to Flex, centering the content instantly, and give each icon meaning, so your users know what to expect.
But wait, if you have menu icons in the same web form and need to display different pages when clicked, you might be wondering if you need a page loader, right? Meet the Webform Loader. It's your solution for seamless integration and transitioning between web forms. Drag, drop, set the initial value, and you're good to go. No other web form to integrate? Just type in the name, like Home View, and click Create. Your Webform Loader is now linked to Home View. Open it either by clicking the Edit icon for direct access or through the Explorer window. Trouble with Webform Loader placement? Fear not. Meet the Outline section. Select, rearrange, and watch adaptation in action. Choose your way. Use the Move option in the Tooltip helper for direct repositioning. Or visit the Outline section for a visual hierarchy view. Click, drag, and drop. Now perfect the view. Make your Webform Loader 90% of its parent's height, full width, say goodbye to unnecessary paddings, and add a sleek 25 pixels margin on top. With your preferred interface in mind, let's dive into the world of data modeling. In the Data Model Editor, shape your app's database structure. Craft a product data class in your data store model through the plus icon. Attributes are your data's buddies. Add them with a click. Define precise types from the drop-down list. Now, explore the data class properties area. Customize panel colors, set the primary key, and more. Need something extra like making SKU attribute unique? You got it. Before we get to linking, here's a fun trick. Zoom in and out with plus and minus icons, fit the view, and even magnify with your trackpad or shortcuts. Cool, right? Zoomed in on one data class, but want to switch to another without all the zooming and moving? No problem. Just head to the data class you want and click Fit to View. Now let's talk linking. Create a new attribute, name it, and choose the type. In this case, order item is associated with order, and it's also associated with product. What's next? Importing data. Qodly makes it a breeze to import data from local CSV or text files into any data class. How? Hover over the product data class, click CSV import, and tap on the import icon to bring in your file. Wondering about the header row? Check this box if you want to use the first row of the import file as a header row.
Customize the rest to meet your specific needs. Now hit Next and link each line to its designated field by selecting the matching attribute in the Map to column. Want a final check before the big reveal? The table below gives you a sneak peek of what's about to be imported. Click Start Import, and voila. Ready for a deeper dive into your data? Say hello to the Data Explorer, your gateway to data inspection. Just click Data, and you'll see all your data classes with imported data and detailed info on the right. Quick search by attribute? Sure. Want an advanced query based on any expression, like finding names containing the word black? Switch to Detailed Query. Closing the model editor without saving? Wait. Unsaved work would be lost? Not anymore. Hit the Save All button and it saves changes in the model editor and all open windows. No more close calls. Data is ready, so let's bring it to life with a dash of Qodly magic. Add the matrix component. But hold on. Attach a data source? We're talking data sources for data referencing. Secret ingredients powering your app. Dive into the left panel and there it is. Catalog containing data classes from your data store. Click on the plus icon next to the product data class. Name your data source and set the type as an entity selection from the product data class. Initial value? It's all. No code, just data. But what about the namespace? Use it to share data wealth across Webforms. And don't fret if it doesn't exist. It will be created automatically. If you want the data source exclusively for the current Webform, then leave the namespace empty. Add all the data sources you need and group them in the same namespace for data harmony. Don't forget to specify the data class if it's not created directly from the catalog. Next up, data linking for dazzling components. Binding? Just drag, drop, and watch your components come to life. In the Properties panel, head to Data Access, where your product's data source is smoothly linked. You can even matchmake data and design right from here. Now, let's shape the display. Drag and drop a compelling text, which auto-iterates for every element in the data source. Display time. Double-click, toggle data source, $this, attribute, and boom. Dynamic content engagement at its finest. But wait, here's a quick magic trick. Go to Data Sources, drag, drop any attribute onto the matrix, and a text component appears, with $this price bound to it. Done and dusted. Effortless data sources. They come alive with Qodly's magic. Don't think we're done yet. Prepare to dazzle and preview your changes. Yes, I said preview. It's like a sneak peek right within the Webform editor window. How? First, ensure your changes are saved, then click on the eye symbol that says Preview in the Studio. Just like that, you can check your matrix with the data that's being iterated on. To go back to editing, click on the Edit icon. Mastered displaying data? Want just the top 5 ordered products? Enter Model Editor for instant class magic with a single click. Turning ideas into reality, data store to data classes. Click on Product Data Class. Add Get Top Ordered Products, taking one parameter, the number of top products, and returns a product selection. This function fetches top ordered products based on the quantity ordered, then serving up only the desired number. Hold your applause, folks, because we've got more magic tricks up our sleeves. We've generated classes, now it's time to put them to work. With event binding, the key to linking data model class functions to events. But first, let's set the stage. We're creating a data source for the top 5 products. Initial value, none, because we're filling it up in just a sec. Switch to the new matrix data source, then head over to the Webform and click Open Event Panel. It will appear right there in the contextual panel. Behold a treasure trove of events. The onload event is our star fetching the top 5 products. Choose Function Event, pick your function, and let Qodly Studio auto magically parses your function, showing you its prototype. Supercharge your class function by configuring parameters in 2 ways, hard-coded values or data sources. Adding a hard-coded value, choose its type with the Value Icon Explorer, then assign the result to our data source. Hold on, ever wanted a message from the class function? You got it. Check the Provide Feedback toggle, use the .setMessage function to drop in a message like Successfully Retrieved. Enable it. Your success message shines bright and the top 5 products are the main event. But here's the deal. If you don't enable this feature, backend feedback won't make an appearance on the user interface. Now, for the next act, adding an image for each product. But here's the twist. Each product has multiple images. Let's add a calculated attribute to fetch the first image using the get function in the product entity class. Our calculated attribute is ready, and it's front and center in the model editor. Finding it? Drag and drop attributes onto the matrix, even for images. A little CSS touch-up, and we've got our eagerly anticipated view. Don't leave your Webform basic. It deserves a visual and informative upgrade. Let's add the image component to your Webform, but here's the twist. It's not always about data sources. What about showcasing a local image? That's where the shared folder comes in. Your secret to easy access for local images and files. Organize files, customize folders. The upload button awaits ready to inspire. Now, bring in your very first local image. Image source? Easy. Just enter $shared and add the path. You can add as many local images as your view craves. Tracking CSS classes and data sources in your web form? It's like a backstage pass to an organized and efficient show. We use a bunch of slider CSS classes from different directions to style our elements, but who remembers where they all go? Click the inspect icon and watch the magic unfold. Hover over any CSS class and bam! It lights up, showing you where it's used. See the slide from top CSS class? It's got a double act in our web form. Even data sources join the fun. Tracking data connections is a breeze. With these insights, your home view gets those perfect finishing touches. And this time, instead of preview in Studio, why not display the current web form in a browser window tab? Here they are, the top 5 products from your Qodly Couture brand. Get ready for navigation magic that will have you jumping from one web form to another in a snap. Head to the main web form, open event panels for each icon, and click Add Navigation Event under the On click. Choose your target web form, and here's the fun part. Choose how it appears, either in a new tab, right in the current one, or using a specific web form loader. In our case, we're using the main container's web form loader. If you had more, each would have its own reference, kind of like an internal ID to recognize it. Repeat for other icons. Here's another kicker. You can use the same action for multiple events. Ultimate flexibility and control. Ready to put our navigation skills to the test? Let's preview the entire app. But how, you ask? Check out that top button. It's your starting point. Haven't set it up yet? Don't worry, Qodly's got your back. Dive into the settings panel. It's all about customization, tailored just for you and your awesome app. Select the main web form as your starting point. As for the product view, it's just a blank canvas, but we're about to fill it. Time for the main course. Today's menu. A VIP space for 2 icons that'll work their charm on how your list of products will shine. And 2 embedded style boxes. 1 for list view, 1 for grid view. Now we want these style boxes to dance to our tune. And that's where the server-side reference comes in. Think of it as our conductor's baton. In the data access category, add the server-side reference and say hello to grid view and list view. By default, one Stylebox takes center stage, while the other waits backstage. Now let's make this reference work its magic with this function. It takes the server reference as a parameter and passes it to the toggle component function. Thanks to the Qodly script webform command, use the component's server-side reference and either add a dash of CSS class or remove it to decide the display. The same recipe applies to the grid icon, and we're all set to switch between a list view and a grid view. Fill your view with our easy-to-configure components, then preview your masterpiece. Our list view is your default portal, but remember, you can dream up and structure new ideas like pagination. Switching to the grid view to a fresh perspective on your product cards. With Qodly, you can embed tabs for cleaner details. You can even nest another matrix within one of the tabs for a closer look at sizes. Time for the edit and delete actions. We're talking modals here. Now, hide that web form loader from view, open the event panel, add a navigation event to load your web form, and give the screen a touch of blurriness. Why all this? To make sure you really want to delete that product. Creating a function? That's so yesterday. With Qodly, it's like having superpowers for your data sources. We call them standard actions. They can copy, they can zap, they can do it all. Open the event panel again, add a standard action to the remove button, choose the data source, and it's gone. Want feedback? Configure right here. And for the product data source, it's all about the selected element in the matrix. After the delete, toggle off the modal, but hey, we're not done. Add another standard action, pass the matrix data source, and hit reload for a refresh of data. And for the other button, it's simply a toggle off for the modal, preview, test your modal, test your delete, and give a big hooray. Did you know that customizing components is a breeze with specific properties customization? Check out the text input, your user interaction champ. It's got an embedded label for perfect positioning and an embedded input for configuration. Set a placeholder for hints of what's expected. Match input type and choose from options like password for concealed input, or a date picker for date values. Specify data format and lock it down with the read-only property. Next, pick your data source, attribute from the current element, and check this out. The select input is even more fun, making options easy. Add options, customize, and clarify user choices. Seal the deal with a standard action and hit Save Entity. Now change the product name or gender, hit Save, and see the magic happen. As our video winds down, let's talk about that cool header and its friendly greeting. Why did we add it? To welcome our amazing users, of course. But how do we get all that user info? Well, with Qodly, it's a breeze. Grab user info from the current session using CS, Qodly.UsersClass. It's like a treasure chest of user details. Email, role, first name, last name, you name it. Just bind a function to the onload event, fetch the session info, and link the first name to your text component. Qodly, where welcoming your users is a piece of cake. But wait, how did we nab this current session? Well, Qodly isn't just a fast, accessible, and low-code superstar. It's also your go-to for centralized user management. That's right, we're talking about role management. In Qodly, roles are like VIP passes, creating unique user profiles in the app. Say goodbye to end-user security worries. Because we're powered by Amazon Cognito, serving up the login page and role management, all in one neat package. Adding roles in Qodly? Head to the Explorer panel, open Roles and Privileges, and hit the Roles tab. The admin role is there by default. And to add a new role, just click Add New Role and type in Staff. Easy, right? Now from the Qodly Management Console, where roles meet users effortlessly, meet the user Qodmin with the admin role and Qod Staff, our staff. Just click Add User, fill in the deets, and pick a role from the drop-down list. The very same roles that are created right in Qodly Studio. Think assigning roles is the whole story? Think again. Yes, you read that right. Privileges are the powerhouses of access control in Qodly. They define what different role-based users can actually do. By linking privileges to roles, you shape a user's access to data and functionalities. Select a role, and on the right, you'll see its privileges. Right now, everyone's a guest. They're just chilling, enjoying non-restricted access. But hey, what if you want to create your very own set of privileges? Head to the Privileges tab. Hit the plus icon, and let's call it Restricted Access. Now it's time to pick your resource. Data store, data classes, attributes, and even functions. They're all up for grabs. Let's go with the data store. You've got permissions for creation, reading, updating, deletion, and more. Pick all except for the update and delete permissions. That means whoever gets this privilege won't mess with updating or deleting stuff in the data store. But we're not done yet. Let's add another privilege, name it Full Access, and include the Restricted Access privilege. All the permissions from Restricted Access tag along for the ride, and yes, they're inherited with ease. Now, just add the missing pieces, update and delete. This gives your role the full enchilada, total access to the entire data store. The fun part? Assigning these privileges to your roles. Admins get full access, and the staff gets restricted access. Save those changes you've worked on and give the server a little restart for the magic to take effect. Grab a user profile with a staff role, and guess what? You've got restricted access, so delete and update are a no-go. It's like trying to sneak into a secret club with the wrong VIP pass. However, if you grab a user profile with an admin role, try to delete a product, and hooray, bye-bye product, because you've got the power of total access. As we wrap up, we want to say a big thank you for watching this overview. And guess what? You're officially a Qodler now.